Lisa had a collection of stamps from Australia, France and Japan. She had 124 stamps from Australia, so we can indicate in the model here. 30% of her stamps were from France, so this is 30%, and she had 12 fewer stamps from Japan than from France. So this gap here is 12. So we want to know what was the total number of stamps in Lisa's collection. Okay, so if we can see from here, right, Japan is short of 12 to become 30% of the total stamps. So if we were to take 12 from the Australian stamps and we were to give it to Japan, this will form 30% of the total stamps. And if we take 100% minus 30 minus 30, that will give us 40% of the total stamps. And 40% is equivalent to 124 minus 12. That will give us 112. And 100% of the total stamps will be 100 divided by 40 times 112. That will give us 280. So part A, total number of stamps is 280. Okay, next, Lisa's aunt gave her some stamps from France, so her total collection increased by 25%. So what percentage of her collection was from France after that? Okay, we can find the initial number of stamps from France. That will be 30% of the total. So 30% of total can be calculated as 30 divided by 100 times 280. So this will give us 84. Okay, and we know that after Lisa's aunt gave her stamps from France, her total collection increased by 25%. Okay, so we want to find out the number of stamps from Lisa's aunt. Okay, that will be that will be 25% of the total, which is 25 over 100 times 280. This will give us 70 stamps. Okay, so now we will know that the total number of stamps now will be 280 plus 70. So it's equal to 350 stamps. And the total number of stamps from France, it will be 84 plus 70. That will give us 154. And the percentage of a collection, as in if you want to find out what percentage of her collection was from France after that, okay, percentage of stamps from France, it will be just 154 divided by 350 times 100%, that will give us 44%. Okay, so the answer for part A, it will be 280, and for part B is 44%. At first, Lisa had a total of 66 blue and pink balloons, and 17 pink balloons burst. Okay, so we can find out what is the number of balloons left after 17 pink balloons burst. Okay, that will be just 66 minus 17. We will get 49. Okay, next, we know that she then increased the number of blue balloons by 75%, and after that Lisa had a total of 79 balloons. Okay, so the increment in the balloons are all due to the increase in the blue balloons. So we can find out the number of blue balloons that were bought. That will be 79 minus 49. So we know that Lisa bought another 30 blue balloons. Okay, so now if we just look at the blue balloons, initially she had 100% of the blue balloons and no blue balloon burst, and she bought another 75%, which is indicated here, and this 75% is equivalent to 30 blue balloons. So we can say that 75% is 30, 100% will be 100 divided by 75 times 30. That will give us 40. And we will know that the number of blue balloons at first is 40, and the number of pink balloons will be 66 minus 40. We have the answer as 26. Qixing has a number of 10 cents, 20 cents and 50 cents coins in the ratio of 5:2:1, and the total value of all the coins is $168. Okay, so we can see it this way. We can see that there are a lot of sets of 5 10 cents coins with 2 20 cents coin and 1 50 cents coin. So there's 1 set, 2 set, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to a certain number of sets, and if we add this number of sets of coins together, we will get a total of $168. Okay, so we can find out in one set, right, which is 5 10 cents, 2 20 cents and 1 50 cents, how much will it cost? Okay, so total amount in one set of coins, it will be 5 times 10 cents plus 2 times 20 cents plus 1 times 5 cents, 1 times 50 cents. So that will give us $1.40. Okay, and we can find out how many sets of coins are there in $168. That will be 168 divided by 140. That will give us 120 sets. So if we know that there are 120 sets of this, so we will know that there's 120 sets of two 20 cents coin. So the total value of 20 cents coins, it will be 120 times 2 times 20 cents. That will give us $48. Okay, initially the ratio of the angelfish to that of clownfish was 5:4. And after 3 clownfish were sold, the ratio became 4:3. Okay, so since there is no change in the number of angelfish, we can try to make the units of the angelfish the same for before and after, so we can do comparison. So that's what we can do. We can times 4 to before and we times 5 to after, and the ratio it will become 20:16. And for this side we will get 20:15. So there is no change in the units of the angelfish, but the number of units for the clownfish decreases from 16 to 15. Okay, so 16 minus 15 is equal to 1 unit, and this 1 unit is equivalent to the 3 fish that were sold. So we want to find the total number of angelfish and clownfish in the aquarium at first. That will be altogether 36 units, which can be found by 20 plus 16 is equal to 36 units, and 36 units is equal to 36 times 3. That will be 108 fishes. So the answer is 108. At first, John has some money. He spent 1/4 of it on a t-shirt. Okay, that is the 1/4 here. Then after that, the remainder, right, he spent 2/5 of it on a pair of shoes. So this is spent on the shoe. So he had left with 3 units here, and his parents gave him $120, which is indicated here. Okay, so we can see that the units in these two cases, they are different. So we try to divide them such that they have the same smallest unit. So this is 1/4, this is 2/5, so the LCM will be 20. So we can divide this into 20 units. Okay, so 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then for this smaller unit here, right, you can divide it into 3 smaller units. Okay, that will be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So these 3 units will become 9 units. Okay, so we know that the ratio of the total amount of money he had at the end to the amount of money he had at first was 5:4. Okay, so the amount of money that he had at the end, it will be 9 units plus 120. Is to the amount of money that he had at first, which is 20 units. This is equal to a ratio of 5:4. Okay, So in this case, we know that 9 units plus 120 divided by 20 units is equal to 5 over 4. And if we do a cross multiply, we will get 4 times 9 units plus 120 is equal to 5 times 20 units. So 36 units plus 480 is equal to 100 units. And 100 minus 36 units, which is 64 units, will be equal to 480. So 1 unit will be 480 divided by 64. That will give us 7.5. Okay, so we want to find out how much money did John have at first. That will be 20 units. Okay, so 20 units, it will be 7.5 times 20. We have $150. So this is the amount of money that John had at first. Okay, so answer 150. Okay, Jim bought some chocolates and gave half of them to Ken. And Ken bought some sweets and gave half of them to Jim. Okay, so first of all, we can let the number of chocolate each of them had at first be X, and we can let the number of sweets each had at first be Y. Okay, so after that, Jim add 12 sweets and Ken add 18 chocolates. So that means Jim will be left with Y minus 12 sweets, and Jim will be left with X number of chocolate. And for Ken will be left with Y number of sweets, and he had X minus 18 chocolates. Okay, so after that, right, the number of sweets and chocolates Jim had were in the ratio of 1:7, and the number of sweets and chocolates Ken had were in the ratio 1:4. So we can say that for Jim, right, the ratio of sweet to chocolate is 1:7. So that means Y minus 12 over X is equal to 1/7. Okay, and then for Ken, right, the ratio of sweet is to chocolate is 1:4. So that means Y over X minus 18 is equal to 1:4. So we can simplify both equations. For this, right, we do a cross multiply, we get 7Y minus 84 is equal to X. So we can say that X is equal to 7Y minus 84. This will be our equation 1. Okay, on the other side, we do a cross multiply. We will have 4Y is equal to X minus 18. So X is equal to 4Y minus 4Y is equal to X minus 18. So X is equal to 4Y plus 18. So this is our equation 2. Okay, So we can substitute equation 1 to 2. So since both equals to x, right, we have 7y minus 84 is equal to 4y plus 18. So we simplify this, we have 3y is equal to 18 plus 84, which is 102. So y is equal to 34. And the question here is how many sweets did Ken buy? So the number of sweets that Ken buy, it will be 2y, because half of them goes to Ken and the other half of them goes to Jim. Okay, so number of sweets bought by Ken, it has to be 2y, which is 2 times 33. Sorry, 2 times 34. 68 is the answer.